你開咗個 class 開咗個閃光喎。啊，Okay, hello, Form 1 students. So today we're going to talk about Unit 6, okay? So let's go to your textbook and go to page 54, okay, 54. So today we're going to talk about the text 2, okay, text 2 in your textbook, okay? So this one is your key text in Unit 6, okay? So this one is block entry, okay, block entry. We talked about block entry last week, okay? It's an online diary, okay? You talk about your personal experience, your personal story online, okay? So let's look at this one. Great start to the new year, okay? So this is for, this is the topic about new year, okay, new year. So let's look at in details. All right, let's look at paragraph 1 first. My family returned to Seoul for Korean New Year. So let's look at these words. Let's look at the word for, okay, for. Usually after for, we talk about the purpose, okay, the purpose. So why do we go back to Korea, to Seoul? Because we want to celebrate the Korean New Year, okay, Korean New Year. Okay, and then went back. Returned means went back, okay? On New Year's Day, we dressed up in hanboks. Okay, can you guess the meaning of hanboks? Dress. Dress up means wear, wore, okay, past tense, wore. So in hanboks, so what kind of clothes you wear when you go back to Korea, okay? Hanboks are traditional Korean, okay, traditional Korean clothes with bright and bold colors. Okay, so traditional, 傳統的. Okay, so it's a traditional Korean clothes. I think you should have an image of these kind of clothes. If you look at the pictures on your textbook, okay, so there are photos here. So this is the girl who is wearing a hanbok, okay? And then we went to my grandpa's home and saw all our relatives there. So can you guess the meaning? Relative. When you go back to your grandpa's home, who will you see? Okay? So you will see relatives. So what is relatives? Okay? 親戚啊，個戚字點寫咧？好似係咁樣。Am I right? Oh, very good. Okay. So saw all our relatives. I bowed to my grandparents. So what do you do to your grandparents? So in China we may knee, right? But here bow means, okay, bow. We bow to our grandparents and give them a New Year gift. They gave me some New Year money. Okay, so let's look at this sentence. Now please take out your notebook. Okay, we're going to jot down some notes. Okay? th 24th, 4th. So let's look at the verb give, okay? It is related to some different kind of objects, but I don't want to talk about the grammatical terms, okay? So maybe we just write different sentences. Let's look at the first one. I gave them a New Year gift. So this kind of sentence pattern you should have learned in your primary school, okay? But now we're going to do a revision. So this is the type 1 sentence, right? But if I change it to type 2, I gave something to somebody. If I use sentence A to write sentence B, so how can I fill in these 2 blanks? Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds to think about it. Okay? So who do you give the gift to? Okay, so who is so the person, okay, the people you are giving the gift to is them, right? So what are you giving to? It should be a New Year gift. Okay, so the 2 different types of object can be moved around, okay? With the 2, okay? So let's write one more sentence, okay? Miss Chu is here, right? So Miss Chu can say hi to the student. And Miss Chu gave what? Gave candies
to her daughter.
To Miss Ted. So can you rewrite this sentence? Okay, can you rewrite this sentence? I'll give you 5 seconds, okay?
Means that I gave a New Year gift to my grandparents. Oh, this is all. Yes.
Harry, very good, okay? Harry, can you try this one as well? Okay, so still we start with Miss Chu, right? Miss Chu gave whom? Gave Miss Tan. Miss Tan what? Candies, right? Some candies. Okay, we have to change the place of the object, okay, and delete 2. Okay, so give somebody something, or give something to somebody. So maybe we can write down this one together, okay? Somebody give something to somebody, or somebody gave somebody something. Okay, so these 2 kind of sentence pattern you should have learned in your primary school, but I want you to do a quick revision, okay? So now let's go back to the textbook, okay? They gave me some New Year money. Again, okay, give somebody something, okay? They gave me some New Year money. Then we had a big traditional meal. There was rice cake soup, a pot of spicy beef stew, and a plate of Korean pancakes. Okay, how many kind of food here? Food number 1, okay, rice cake soup. Okay, soup, Tom, okay? A pot of spicy beef stew. Okay, so this is a 燉牛肉, okay? Spicy 辣嘅. And a plate of Korean pancakes. Pancakes, 煎餅, okay? 3 kind of food. But if you pay attention to the verb here, was. Usually we use was in singular form, okay? In singular form. But here, 3 things. We still use singular form because there be sentence pattern. The verb follows the verb agrees with this one, agrees with the noun after it. Okay, let me give you one more example, okay? Okay, let's look at these two sentences. Okay, can you try to tell me the answer of these two sentences? Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, choose 1 over 2. Okay, this should be very easy. Okay, 50%. So if we look at the first sentence, okay, 5 books is the object, okay, but that is not the object, okay, but the object after is or are. So if we follow the rules, so the verb here should agree with this noun, okay, so 5 books, plural form, right, plural form. So we should use are, right? And then let's look at this one. There are a pen, 5 books, and a phone on the table. So overall, there are 7 things on the table, right? 7 things on the table, 7 items on the table. But after the verb, this noun is singular, right? It's a singular noun. So we should use is. Remember, the verb here agrees with the noun after it. Okay? So this is very important. Don't make mistakes. Okay? Let's go back to the text. Everything was delicious. I felt very full of after the meal. Full. Okay? I ate a lot. Okay? So let's go to paragraph 3. Okay? After lunch, my cousin wanted to see a film. Okay, this one is not that good because in English we don't use see a film. Usually we use watch, especially in the UK. Okay, watch a film. We barely say see a film, but maybe in America we will see a movie. Okay, in America we can use see a movie instead of in the UK we use watch a film. Okay. So we went to the cinema. However, I couldn't see the screen because, okay, screen 我哋最熟嘅 monitor screen. Okay, I can't see the screen because a tall young man kept blocking my view. Okay, block 阻住我啊。Okay, kept blocking my view. Okay, so now let's write one more note. Okay. So let's look at the verb keep. So if we refer to the textbook, after the verb keep, we should use doing. Okay, keep doing something. Many years ago, when I was in my secondary school, there was an advertisement. It's a whiskey. It's a wine kind of liquor. Okay, the advertisement slogan was "Keep walking." Okay, this is a slogan from an advertisement many years ago. So you can see that after keep, the verb should plus ing. So let me give you one more example. Miss Chen will keep talking in the coming 3 weeks. 嚟緊3個星期 ，Miss 車都會持續講嘢 ，keep talking. Okay, remember after the verb keep, there should be keep doing something. Okay, keep doing something. Okay, so now let's go back to our text again. When the lights came back on, I saw that it was Chen Yao. Okay, I don't know who this is. The K-pop star. Okay, K-pop. Do you know what is K-pop? Pop means popular, okay, 流行啊. So K-pop is Korean. Okay, so relatively we also have Canton pop, Pop, okay? So it means Cantonese pop star, okay? And also J-pop, Japanese, okay? Japanese pop star. I tried to tell my cousins, but Chen Yong was already gone. Still, this was the coolest New Year ever. Let's look at this word, coolest. So do you know what is cool? Okay, something really good. Okay, something really good, and very hit. Okay, but here with EST, it means the most. Okay, the most. 最乜乜乜嘅. And also remember, before we call this one superlative. Okay, before the word, before the superlative adjective, there should be the. Okay, the coolest New Year ever. Okay. And also you can also say the best, okay, the best New Year ever, okay? So now let's go to the reading comprehension. Now let's look at the reading comprehension now. What did the blogger's family wear on New Year's Day? Number one, wear. What is the meaning of wear? 穿係嘛，着衫. So if we refer to paragraph 2, on New Year's Day, we dressed up in hanboks. Okay, so you can find out dress. It also means wear, okay? So if you find the word that has the similar meaning after the verb, there should be the answer. So here comes the answer, right? So what did the bloggers wear? Hanboks, okay? So you have to learn how to find the keywords, okay? And then let's look at number 2. What is the meaning of bold in line 4? So you will find the word here. Bold, this word may be very difficult for you, have never seen it. And also if the question is asking you bold, so you suppose do not know the meaning of bold. You have to guess, okay? This is what they want you to do. Guess the meaning of bold. So how to guess the meaning? Let's look at the sentence together, okay? Hanboks are traditional Korean clothes with bright and bold colors. So we can see that this phrase are together, right? It means similar because we use and 并且和. So bright and bold should have similar meaning because he used and, right? So it means bright is very similar to bold. So do you know the meaning of bright? Bright means 鮮豔嘅，好光嘅 ，OK， 好亮眼嘅. So bold also means similar. So let's look at the first one, dull. Do you know the meaning of dull? Can you find a word that has the similar meaning? Dull. I think you have learned this one in your primary school, if you remember, okay? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, okay? Boring, it means boring, okay? And then eye-catching, what is eye? Eye, catching, 捉住. So if you catch your eyes, so what kind of things catch your eyes, okay? And then traditional, 傳統的, okay? Traditional, modern, 現代的. So the answer very clearly should be catching your eyes, right? Which is very close to bright, okay? Number 3, why was the blogger not happy with the tall man at the cinema? So let's look at these two keywords, tall man. So you will find this word here. Paragraph 3, okay, a tall young man. So why am I not happy? So let's read the sentence. However, I couldn't see the screen because a tall young man kept blocking my view. So if you don't know the answer, you may copy the whole sentence. Okay? When you are doing your exam, find the keyword, and if you don't know what the answer is, at least you can copy the complete sentence. Okay? You will get some marks. But if you cannot, if you understand the meaning, it should be, firstly, you should be answering because. Okay, write down because it asked why, right? So because he, or the young man, okay, what did he do? Blocked my view. Okay, he blocked the view, okay, because it's not me again, okay, he blocked the view, okay, I cannot see the movie, okay, so this one you might write by yourself, okay, and also you can copy the whole sentence, okay. Okay, next one, order 2 to 5, okay, 2 to 5. So I don't go through this one with you respectively, okay, so I just give you the answer because we have already go through the text, so we don't need to do it again, okay. And then let's go to the next one. Please check the answers, okay, please check the answers. Okay, use one word. Highlight the word one here. Use one word, okay, only one word to complete the each blanks, okay. So this type of questions is very common in your English reading comprehension paper, okay. So let's look at the first one. The blogger celebrate,慶祝what? So what is the passage about? What is the blog entry about? So the blogger went back to Korea to celebrate the Korean New Year, right? At her or his house. So what is the meaning of house? It means home, right? So the answer here should be grandparent, right? Grandparents. Do not forget the S and apostrophe, okay? Then they went to the after lunch, right? Then after lunch, they went to what? They went to the cinema. Okay? And see a film. Okay, so if you write down see a film, but here they have 2 blocks. So a film is not the correct answer. So if we read more, you will find out that when the lights came back on, I saw that it was Chen Yong, the K-pop star. So who did I see? I see a K-pop star. Okay, I think this one might be a little bit difficult because you might write down a film, or there are a lot of other answers, but you will find out that K-pop star is the only correct answer, okay? So let's look at the last one. Which is the following could be another title for the blog entry, okay? Another title, 題目. So this one should be very easy because we are not just talking about the K-pop star. We're not talking about the Korean clothes. We're not talking about the Korean food. All the blogger is talking about is a Happy New Year, okay? So this is the part for your reading comprehension. Now we will move on to the grammar part, and we will pass it to Miss Chow, okay?
In this session, I'm going to talk about the vocabulary about festive food and festive activities, and the grammar about verbs and two infinitives. And then you will make sentences with verbs and two infinitives. You can get the exercise from your Google Classroom. Now you shall have your textbook in your hand. Please turn to page 38. Hi everybody, do you like eating festive food? I do. How many festive food here have you eaten before? Let's see. Do you know all of them? Okay. Let's see. Let's start from spring. This one, Tong Yun. And then this one, Easter eggs. E, rice dumplings. F, mooncakes. A, Christmas pudding. B, cherry cake. How many of them have you eaten? And when do we eat these food? Okay. Cherry cake. We usually eat cherry cake at Chinese New Year. And how about Tong Yun? Okay. And how about Tong Yun? When do we eat Tong Yun? Usually we eat Tong Yun at Lantern Festival. Lantern Festival in Chinese, 元宵節. And how about Easter eggs? Oh, very obvious. We eat Easter eggs at Christmas. At Easter. This year is 2020, so I may be too old. And rice dumplings. When do we eat rice dumplings? Of course, at Dragon Boat Festival. And how about mooncakes? Very easy. Obviously, we eat mooncakes at Mid-Autumn Festival. And the last one, Christmas pudding. Okay, look at the name. Obviously, we eat Christmas pudding at Christmas. Do you know how to say all of them? The name of the festival: Chinese New Year, Christmas, Dragon Boat Festival, Easter, Lantern Festival, Mid-Autumn Festival. At these festivals, we will eat different kinds of food. They are quite tasty. And also, at these festivals, we will do a lot of things. What do you usually do? Open your book and turn to page 39. You are asked to finish these 2 pages at home, right? Let's check the answers. Okay, what do you do at Lantern Festival? See, usually we like to carry lanterns. And how about at Chinese New Year? What do we usually do? Okay, usually people visit flower markets. And what do? They buy peach blossoms. This is peach blossoms. And then how about Halloween? What do you do at Halloween? Okay, you can wear scary costumes and go trick or treating. And then what can you get? You may get some candies. And then during Christmas, what can we do? Look here, what is it? Sing carols. Carols, sing carols. How about Trimming Festival? At the Trimming Festivals, we can go to sweep family graves. These are the graves. Okay. And at the Dragon Boat Festival, what do we do? Okay, at that festival, usually we can watch dragon boat races on TV. Have you watched any of them? They are quite exciting. And then let's go to the next part, the grammar. Okay. This one. After learning the vocabulary about festivals, then we can learn about how to use verbs and to infinitive to describe what you do at these festivals. Verbs to infinitive. Okay. To infinitive is a phrase with to and the base form of a verb. Okay, to and then the base form of a verb, visit. For example, to see, to travel. We can use the two infinitives after some verbs. Not all the verbs, remember. Look here. We cannot use one verb after another verb. So, in this case, we must change the second verb into another form. For some of the verbs, we can use to infinitive. For example, like. We can say, I like to play. We cannot use two infinitives for all of the verbs, but only for some of the verbs. Which verbs can go with two infinitives? Here is the list. The only way to do this is to remember all of these words. It is simple, but you just have to remember. For example, these words. After these words, we can use two infinitives. For example, the children want to have a Christmas party. Want to have. The first verb is the main verb. And the second verb, the second one is the to infinitive. Example 2. Shelley loves to watch dragon boat races. Here, this is the main verb. Okay, remember, everybody, we can change the verb form of the main verb, but to infinitive, they are always the same. We cannot change it. Okay? This one, Shelley loves. We can change it to the third person singular. Okay, present tense. Just like this one, I love to swim. Very nice. He loves to swim. Everybody. To infinitive. We use to and the base form of a verb. The base form of a verb, we cannot change it. They are always the same. So this one, no S. Okay? No past form, no ed. Okay? We can only change the main verb. If it is in past form, we can change the main verb into past form. We change the verb here. Okay? To infinitive. Never change it, remember. Okay, a quick review. First, with two infinitives, this is the least. Remember that. And then you know when to use two infinitives. Okay? Choose to visit, decide to travel, things like this. Okay, and then everybody, I'd like you to check the answers of this exercise on page 46 now. Okay, this exercise. Okay, can you see it clearly now? Okay, you are asked to finish this exercise at home. Let's see if you know how to do it. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so number 1, loves. Okay, loves to hunt. Number 2, wants to organize. 3, need to do. 4, choose to use. 5, remember to boil. 6, remember to paint. 7, decide to give. 8, forget to prepare. 9, remember to avoid. 10, manage to find. Okay, we can use two infinitives after these verbs. Manage, remember, forget. Now I'd like you to make some sentences and see if you can really apply to infinitive And also, you can use the vocabulary about festive food or activities in your sentence making. Okay. When we make sentences using verb and to infinitive, okay, you can use the words given to make complete and correct sentences. Okay, and you can follow a very common sentence pattern: subject, verb, and object. Look here, like, eat. Okay, what is missing? The subject. We start a sentence with a subject, so. Okay, so we add a subject. You can add any subject you like. For example, I. You can put down Peter, Mary, my father. It's okay, up to you. And then, how about the verb? Two verbs here. We use to infinitive, right? So we use like to eat. Okay, I like to eat. Okay, the object. I like to eat rice dumplings. This is okay, good enough. But if you want to add more details, you can tell the others when you eat the food. So when? At Dragon Boat Festival. Okay, or at the Dragon Boat Festival. Okay. And then number 2. This one, Sam. We start a sentence with a subject. So decide which subject you like. For example, I use we here. You can use another one. And then the verb here. Okay, verb and to infinitive. So we change want make to want to make. And then what do we want to make? Some mooncakes. Okay, if you want to tell the others when you make the mooncakes, then put down at Mid-Autumn Festival. You can use your own words to write your sentence. And if necessary, you can put, okay, you can add some articles or things like this. Some, a, and the. It's up to you. And then number 3. Subject. What subject do you like here? For example, May, my friend. May. And then, how about the verb? May decided to buy. I told you, do you remember? I told you, this is the main verb. The main verb, you can use different form, different tense. Okay, it's up to you. If it happened in the past, then decide. We change it to simple past tense, ed. But this one, to infinitive, never change it. May decided to buy some Easter eggs. When? At Easter. Is it easy? Quite easy. Number 4, plan to watch. Okay, what do you plan to watch? Okay, subject. What subject do you like? Who plan to watch? Okay, put down a subject. For example, they. And then the verb, plan to watch. Okay, verb and to infinitive. And then, what do they watch? Firework. Okay, beautiful firework in Hong Kong. When? At Chinese New Year. Okay, the last one, learn make ponyu. Right? Who learn to make ponyu? Put down the subject you like. For example, my friends. You can also put down my father, my family, and I. Up to you. Okay, and then the verb, learn to make. Remember the main verb, past tense, present tense, future tense, is up to you. Depends on when you do this action, okay? If you say, you will learn to make Tong Yun next month, then simple future tense. My friends learn to make, object Tong Yun when? At Lantern Festival. Okay. And in your worksheet, in your Google worksheet, there are 5 more sentences to make. You have to finish it and send it back to your teacher via Google Classroom. So remember, please finish the rest of the sentence making worksheet at home. This is the end of the lesson today. Thanks for watching.